And now we're also in this space where, if you talk about it, you could be labeled anti-Semitic, pro-Hamas. If you post anything, a flag, support for peace, if you call for peace, that could land you in hot water. And so I feel like this climate is going to backfire, because at the end of the day, what we want are people to lean into humanity. But what you're doing by labeling falsely people is creating this environment where anything that's being said now will not be trusted or even listened to. So I woke up to Alicia Keys, and I know Clay Kane talked about it earlier. Alicia Keys was trending, and I didn't know why. Somebody was telling me, I was talking to somebody, I was talking to some contractors, and did you see what happened to Alicia Keys? I was like, what happened to Alicia Keys? And then I said, oh, what? Wait a minute. Hold up. And I'm looking at the post, and then this clip, I'm going to play this clip in a second, started going out. So I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to read what actually happened. And then I'm going to ask people to sit the hell down and stop this. This is not good. All right, play the clips, miss.
Alicia Keys has just posted this image with a since edited caption. The original caption said, "What would you do if you weren't afraid of anything? Tell me your truth. I've had my eyes on paragliding, eyeball. That's a signal to let us know that she stands with the terrorists, Hamas. We're not stupid. We see right through you. You think you're so sneaky, so sly, signaling to all the supporters of Hamas. Let me ask you something. Alicia, you perform at festivals like Coachella. Can you imagine if the people at your show were just pillaged, raped, murdered, kidnapped? How would that make you feel? What do you stand for? I'm very confused. These people at this concert were innocent civilians. They were promoters of peace and lovers of music. And you want them dead."
Alicia Keys? Alicia Keys wants it, but like, lady, no one thinks you're stupid. You confirmed it. This is the dumbest thing I've seen in a long time. Alicia Keys? I mean, anybody that knows Alicia Keys, like, first of all, it's Alicia Keys. Like, how in the hell do you think Alicia Keys is standing with Hamas? Anyway, so first of all, can we just all agree that none of us with any kind of brain and heart are for terrorism, are on the side of Hamas? I don't know anyone with good damn sense that's, oh yeah, I'm out here, I'm for. I don't know anyone, no one, let alone Alicia Keys. Like, this is like, and she put a whole ass video. Then I went back and to see who posted the original post, because I'm like, how did this even start? Child, it is a black man. I'm not going to say his name. He has 6,000 followers. I don't even know who he is. He has his location is Tel Aviv. He says he's an NBA candidate. He's not a journalist. He's not anyone. He took an Instagram post that Alicia Keys put up that literally said that she would like to go paragliding. And she said, I had my eyes on, to tell the truth, when they asked if there's something you're afraid of that you're thinking about. She said, tell me your truth. She said, I've had my eyes on paragliding. Monday, hashtag Monday Energy. This was yesterday. Now I'm going to direct you to a conversation she had with some folk that some of y'all may listen to. She was interviewed about paragliding. And Smith, let's play what she actually said. Play it.
Are you gonna?
No.
You know, I think we could do, me and you, seem like we're on the same page.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Me and you can probably do like this more parasailing vibe. Which is like, you know, you have the.
Parasailing is more scary. What's scarier to me than skydiving?
Damn, you're adventurous.
Absolutely, that's scarier.
Really? Because
you're holding on, and the wind is basically holding you up. So if the wind lets go, you can drop. I didn't like parasailing. Okay. Skydiving was a lot better than me, but
the wind.
What y'all want to do?
But I thought the boat, the jet ski, is gonna create wind.
Nah,
no, it's like you actually just go off the side of a mountain.
Oh,
and the wind, it has to be the right wind, and it captures you, and you go for it, and you can kind of direct
it. You see it all day from the side of your house. I see videos from the side of your house.
Which is why.
Can you imagine living on the side of the earth and you see people jumping off all day, that must be surreal.
But I don't see them jumping. I feel like they just take it off. I don't know what it is because I called one time. I was like, how can I do this to the parasail? And they were like, you have to call 30 minutes before 9 a.m. and we'll tell you how the wind is. Mm-hmm. And if the wind is right, you can drive over. And then it's first come, first serve.
No, that's scary.
All right, y'all get the idea. Y'all get the idea. Okay, all right. So Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats, who's her husband, they bought this amazing house. I know because I watched these these home real estate show. You know, the selling LA, you know, like it was featured on one of these shows. It wasn't Jeff Lewis. It was one of those shows on Bravo. So I watch a lot of TV. And so I remember when they bought this house because it's amazing and people do parasail and paraglide off of the mountain that's right above her house. So when she posts this, anybody with half a brain, and I didn't even need to hear this interview, but this is how insane it is, that it's almost as if people are looking to demonize somebody to keep a certain narrative. And is this what you're doing? Alicia Keys? Like, really? This is not. So of course, it's Twitter too. So Twitter's like, oh, what you're not going to do is defame Alicia Keys. You ain't canceling Alicia Keys because she ain't do this. But to defend a negative is the worst position to be in. And she couldn't be silent, because then it allows for all of the ignorant ass people like Shmuley Boteach and others to keep this damn thing going. So she had to release a statement, take down her innocent Instagram post because she didn't want anybody to think. Listen, okay. She said she had to put out a statement, release a statement. The post I shared was completely, in all caps, completely unrelated in any way to the recent devastating loss of innocent lives. Keys also wrote on her Instagram stories on Monday, "My heart has been breaking. I pray for and stand for peace." Her manager, an Israeli American named Gary Osiri, he had to go and defend her on Instagram. He said there's talk of an anti-Semitic post that my dear friend Alicia Keys has put up on her Instagram. He wrote, he said, "I can confirm to anyone in my," he put a Star of David emoji used to represent, of course, the Jewish community, "in my community that needs to hear it. It is," all caps, "not true." So it was started by this black guy, which is weird to me, who's in Tel Aviv, in Israel, an NBA candidate. This post has more than 1.5 million, probably has more than 2 million views. It's been shared widely with commentary like the one I just played. And I'm upset about it because I'm like, how easy is this to debunk before you share something? And I'm upset about it because some of y'all share stuff that is absolutely ridiculous and it catches fire at some point. And then people got to defend something. I'm thinking Alicia Keys was about her happy black business yesterday. And then she wakes up to this and now she got to go out, put a statement. Her whole day is ruined, or not ruined because she's alive. So let me not be hyperbolic, but that she even has to defend her entire life of not being a horrible ass person, because that's what it would be, right? Alicia Keys would have to be a horrible ass person to be in league with Hamas, right? She would have to be a horrible ass person to openly even wink and nod at, not like the folk in the Congress that put the white power symbol up, not them, you know what I'm saying? Not the people that helped an insurrection that are still in Congress and, by the way, want to be Speaker of the House. Like, that's egregious. I mean, that's really what we have going on here in this country. But Alicia Keys, stop with the obfuscation, the gaslighting. This is not going to get us to peace. And as a matter of fact, now I believe it's creating more animus, which we don't need at this point. So stop sharing stuff damn well ain't true. And then Shmuley Boteach, and I'm singling him out because many of you may or may not know, I started my radio career 20 plus years ago. This is not my first rodeo. I did a morning show for 4 years on a station that no longer exists called WWRL. It was black owned. I started in Queens, New York on an AM station, 1600 on your AM dial, all the way to the right on the dial when people used to listen to radio, 1600 AM. And I was called. I remember like it was yesterday. I was sitting at my desk at the New York Daily News. I was a columnist. I used to write a column every week with my little picture in there with my little opinions. And I got a call from the station manager asking me if I could fill in for the week because Peter Noel, great journalist from the Village Voice, was going on vacation. He had been reading my columns and he said, would you like to come in? And I had never done radio before. And I was like, I guess I can do that. I got opinions. I could sit on the radio. When is it? 6:00 in the morning. Wait a minute. That means I got to get up at 4, drive to Queens. No, where the hell is Queens? No, I'm lying. I actually covered Queens Bureau when I was at the Daily News before many of the other iterations of my career there. I was in Queens for 2 years. So I knew exactly where Queens was. But all right. So I had to get up at 4:00, go to Queens. I get there. I'm in this little nasty studio. There was literally a dead roach in between me and the control room. Smith would understand this. Remember, we had that studio upstairs and the glass, and I looked over. I was like, is that a dead roach? Okay, I'm gonna be all right. All right, so I'm sitting in the room. Shmuley Boteig is there. I don't know him. The mic goes on. I'm expecting, this is what I would expect. Good morning. How do you greet your people? Today, my co-host is Karen Hunter. Like, he would introduce me and then we would banter and have a conversation. I didn't know what we were going to talk about, but the mic opened. He closed his eyes and for 15 minutes went on a straight monologue, never looked at me, never acknowledged me. And I sat there like, oh, okay. This is going to be interesting because what you're not going to do, that's so disrespectful. So we went to break. And when we came back from break, and I wasn't as 20 years ago, I wasn't as refined as I am now as a person. I was, I wasn't as evolved as I am now. I wasn't as centered in goodness as I am now. I commenced to giving him every bit of everything that a disrespectful person should get verbally. And he got all of it to the point that the next break he ran out brick red and went to management and was like, I cannot be on the air with her. And just like, yo, he got handled. And and I was having a good time because once you allow for that, for me, I was like, we're dancing. Okay, this is what we're gonna be disrespectful. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. And by the end of the week, he said it's either me or her. I'm not going to do another week with her. And that started my radio career. I started the morning show, which I've sat on for 3 years, followed that, and he was gone. What I learned in that week is that a lot. And for him to share this and then talk about his friend Swiss Beats and all this, he builds himself as this Michael Jackson spiritual leader and all this, but you are literally pushing out, in my opinion, negativity that is only, and you're calling yourself a spiritual leader. No, this is, and you didn't even, if that's your friend, pick up the phone and call. You don't go to social media and vilify somebody. But this is the world that we're in.